Hello, and welcome to the My Heart and Mind podcast, where it's all about creating the feel-good mindset so you can make the most of every moment and reap the benefits of getting the most happiness out of life. And now, over to your host, Sallie Crawley.
My show is for you if you've had a heart attack, heart surgery, a cardiac arrest, or your life has been impacted by a cardiac diagnosis. It's all about mastering your thoughts and feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live a life that you love despite your diagnosis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just before we get into the show though, please be aware that my work is not intended to replace conventional medicine. It is complementary. If you have any concerns about your health or your heart, then do seek medical expert advice immediately. So hello everybody, it's Sally here, and I just want to say thank you for your patience waiting for me since my last episode. Unfortunately, it's taken me a little bit longer than I expected to get back to recording because I've recently had a diagnosis of lung cancer. So it's not the end of the world for me, I'm sure. I'm hoping that I'm going to have a good recovery because it's been caught early. I have my surgery planned for the 15th of December, and if you're listening in the future, that's 2025, and I should find out what my treatment plan will be in the new year. So until then, I'm going to keep on recording, but please do forgive me if there are some breaks in between episodes. That will just be because I am incapacitated, but I will always be thinking of you guys. So let's get on with today's show. And today we're going to talk about something many of us enjoy, but can also worry about after a heart attack, heart surgery, cardiac arrest. And that's alcohol. I'll admit, when I first found myself in a hospital bed after my own heart attack, one of the first thoughts that was running through my head was, oh no, do I have to give up red wine? I was a regular red wine drinker, so it was on my mind. I was told by my cardiac rehab nurse that I could still have my wine, but needed to cut down and get at least a couple of days without alcohol. I don't know about you guys, but my reality changed when I got home. When I was well enough to have a glass of wine, I found that I absolutely hated the taste. Talk about surprised. I think my heart and mind knew what was best for my recovery. Though I am pleased to say that after about 6 months, I had tried another glass of wine with a friend and found out that actually I still enjoyed it, and it became part of my moderation plan. There is so much information on the internet, and it can sometimes seem very confusing and quite contradictory. So today we're going to explore the truth behind alcohol and heart health, what moderation really looks like, and practical ways to continue enjoying life while protecting your heart. So let's discuss alcohol and your heart. After a cardiac event, it's normal to wonder, has my drinking contributed to this? Excessive alcohol clearly does affect your heart. It raises blood pressure, stresses heart muscle, and contributes to obesity and diabetes. And alcohol is a toxin. It affects every single cell it passes through, including your liver, kidneys, brain, and heart. That fuzzy memory after a night out, that's alcohol impacting your brain. The good news, you don't necessarily have to say goodbye to every glass. The key is moderation. But what does moderation actually mean? In the UK, low-risk guidelines suggest 14 units per week, spread over 3 or more days. Other countries like Canada, Australia, New Zealand and the US have similar guidelines for healthy adults. But remember, if you have a heart condition, your safe level may be lower. Here's a quick look at what 14 units might look like. 1 pint of lager equals 3 units of alcohol. 1 small glass of wine, that's 125 ml, is 2.3 units. And 1 single spirit, such as whiskey or brandy, equals 1 unit. There's more information on my website about where you can find the information about your country and its suggested limits, and more details about the drinks and the units of alcohol they contain. So what are the practical tips for moderating drinking? Even small changes like alternating a glass of wine with water, and that's a glass of water, not a drip of water, can make a big difference. Here are some actionable ways to enjoy alcohol safely. 1. Limit the number of bottles you buy. Fewer bottles equals fewer temptations. 2. Set alcohol-free days each week. 3. Alternate wine or beer with a glass of water. 4. Eat before and during drinking to slow the absorption. 5. Explore non-alcohol alternatives. Mocktails, non-alcoholic beers, or no secco, which is a prosecco alternative. Again, you can find some links on my website to take you to the options that are available. 6. Replace drinking feels good as something that you say to yourself with taking exercise, going for a walk. Either of those activities will make your brain release the same feel-good chemicals that alcohol does. And if you feel like you drink too much and you need some support, my 7th tip is talk to your family and friends. They can support you on your plan. And most importantly, please remember, this isn't about punishment. It's all about protecting your heart while still enjoying life. I do still go out and have parties. I still have my friend over for wine and nibbles, or wine and wine as we like to call it. But it's not a regular thing. When you cut back with alcohol, it has some benefits, and these are long-term and also immediate. You can gain more energy, you get better sleep, and your mood is improved and steadier. You can think clearer, and it also lowers your blood pressure, and it helps in reducing stress and anxiety. I, for one, definitely used to enjoy my glass of wine because it used to help me chill out and reduce my stress and anxiety. During the loss of my parents, I started to drink a little bit more, and I actually realised that it was the drinking of alcohol that was adding to my stress and anxiety. And for many other people, a small reduction or a mindful choice doesn't mean losing social enjoyment. It just makes it more intentional and actually more enjoyable when you actually let your hair down. So we're all heart patients. If you've had a cardiac event, the safest approach is always to check with your doctor or your cardiologist. They can help you to understand your specific risk, adjust your medications as needed, and know if any alcohol at all is actually safe for you and your condition. My takeaway for you today at the end of this episode is that moderation is possible, but only with awareness of your own health circumstances. You don't have to be a party pooper, but there are a lot of people nowadays that are refraining from drinking anything alcoholic at all because the truth is there is nothing, no positive thing that having a drink does for your body. And yet I still enjoy the odd glass of red wine. So, can the red wine stay? As I've said, for me, yes, but with moderation. For you, possibly, but only on your terms, with moderation, mindfulness, and heart safety in mind. Take small steps today, maybe one fewer glass, a couple of alcohol-free days, or alternating water with wine or beer. Small actions make a profound difference. And remember, this journey isn't about restriction. It's about enjoying life, protecting your heart, and choosing what works for you. So thank you for tuning in today. Until next time, be kind to yourself. And remember, you are loved more than you will ever know. You are admired by more people than you'd ever expect. You are worthy of joy and happiness. Until next time, take care of your heart and your mind. Speak soon.
You've been listening to Sallie Crawley and the My Heart and Mind podcast. A show for you if you've had a heart attack, cardiac event, or other life-changing experience and want to feel good. It's all about mastering your feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live the life you love. To find out more, visit www.myheartandmind.co.uk and note that that's an AND and not the ampersand character. Go be magnificent.